What are examples of eccentric contraction? Have you ever wondered how athletes manage to control their movements so precisely? One key element is something called eccentric contraction. This occurs when a muscle lengthens while under tension, usually resisting a movement in the opposite direction. Let's look at some examples to understand this better. First, consider lowering a dumbbell during a biceps curl. When you lift the dumbbell, your biceps shorten, but as you lower it, they lengthen under tension. This is a classic example of eccentric contraction. Next, think about walking down stairs or a hill. Your quadriceps muscles at the front of your thigh eccentrically contract to control the bending of your knee. This helps prevent your knee from collapsing as you descend. Another example is landing from a jump. When you jump and then land, your quadriceps and calf muscles eccentrically contract to absorb the impact forces. This action stabilizes your joints and reduces the risk of injury. Now let's talk about push-ups. As you lower your body toward the floor, your chest and arm muscles lengthen while controlling the descent. This is another instance of eccentric contraction at work. Descending during a pull-up also showcases this type of contraction. When you lower your body from the bar, your back and arm muscles eccentrically contract to manage the movement smoothly. In walking or running, controlling foot drop after heel strike is another example. The tibialis anterior muscle eccentrically contracts to lower your foot gently to the ground. In sports like tennis and alpine skiing, eccentric contractions play a vital role. For instance, the forearm muscles eccentrically contract during racket swings to protect your joints. Similarly, the quadriceps eccentrically control movements during sharp turns. For those pursuing a career in strength and conditioning, understanding eccentric contractions is essential. Eccentric training can significantly improve muscle strength and athletic performance. It also helps reduce the risk of injuries by teaching muscles to control movements and absorb forces effectively. Coaches and trainers often include eccentric exercises in their programs. This might involve slow lowering phases in weightlifting or controlled descents in plyometric drills. These practices help athletes develop better muscle control and resilience. It is also important to note that eccentric contractions can lead to muscle damage and delayed onset muscle soreness. This is due to the muscle fibers being lengthened under tension. Strength and conditioning professionals need to consider this when designing training and recovery programs. Eccentric contractions are fundamental to many movements in sports. Mastering their application is a key skill for those in strength and conditioning careers. Understanding these contractions can lead to better training outcomes and improved athletic performance.